Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. If you just joined us, you're watching The Conversation and this is the Lagos segment. Now in this segment today, we will be focusing on one of the local council development areas created in 2007 by the then governor of Lagos State, now the president of Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu. I'm talking about Agboyi-Ketu local council development area. Now before it was officially created in 2007, now, people say that the community has been in existence for hundreds of years. Some people say 600 years. Now, to shine the light on Agboyi-Ketu LCDA today is no other person than the chairman of the LCDA, Mayor Dele Oshinowo. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me to the conversation.
Thank you very much. Now let's talk about your LCDA, your community, Agboyi-Ketu. Tell us about Agboyi-Ketu LCDA.
Agboyi-Ketu was created, that was in 2003.
2003.
Yeah, by the president. He was then the executive governor of Lagos State. And it was created because there is need for development across the nook and corner of Lagos State, which is evidence now. And Agboyi-Ketu is a rarine area surrounded with water. It's between the wetland and the winterland, and also border to Ikusheri, Ikudu, and Kushofe towards Third Mainland Bridge. So if you're coming from Third Mainland Bridge, you get in from Alapere, then on Ikudu from Tipper Garage, Ketu bus stop, Yano School, and straight down to Osolo towards Ikorodu. We have an ancient town of Agboyi town called Agboyi town 1 and 2 and 3. Then we have another ancient town called Odogun towards Ikorodu, at the border of Ikorodu and Kushofe, which is Itowolo. After the Itowolo, you get into Ikorodu. So, and we've had our own challenges, and thank God that we're able to manage our challenges. And that's the reason why we are proud to say that Agboyi-Ketu is one of the best local government LCDA in Nigeria, because we are proud of what we have done, and it is evidence in our community.
Okay. Let me come in here and ask you, how did you come about mayor?
Yes. When I left the shore of this country, I traveled to the UK, and I studied in the UK, and most of my friends, because I always talk about politics, I always tell them how I have the plan of becoming one of the executive chairman in Lagos State. So I remember that when it was formed, I was one of the youth of Alliance for Democracy.
Okay.
I actually supported the late Honorable Jude Ibrahimo. May so rest in perfect peace. We were one of those youths that supported him, and I was one of the youngest appointees then as senior special assistant to him then. So I started then, and I left the shore of the country in 2002 to further my education and also worked abroad. So I decided to return back to Nigeria in 2010. So my friends, because they know I have passion for politics, and I said I want to be a local government chairman and all that, serve my people. They started saying, okay, you are a mayor, in our community, okay, mayor of London, they started calling mayor of London, mayor of this and that. So that's how it came about. So
when you became the chairman, it was just an opportunity for you to,
just thinking,
and then it stuck, and then mayor came in.
Mayor came in.
Okay.
Okay, now that you're the chairman of Agboyi-Ketu Local Council Development Area, your exposure abroad and the fact that you've worked in the private sector before now, how has it assisted you in impacting your community?
I am telling you greatly, because every project we're doing is based on innovation. So we always apply innovation into what we're doing. We're innovative in our ideas. If you look at especially the housing development, you can see when I came on board and we realized that we need to generate our own fund. We need to do something different. And I said, okay, we look at our comparative advantage.
Okay.
We realize that we have expanse of land. What are we doing there? Local government is not about building shops, about building cake lamp, about building markets. So what can we do with it? So I said, okay, this is an opportunity for us. Let's take advantage of it. And that is it.
So that's the Raymond Estate.
That's Raymond Estate. We commissioned Greenwich Gardens in December, which is about 101 unit, comprises of semi-detached, 2-bedroom duplexes, 2-bedroom flat and all that. We commissioned that in December by the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. And now we're about to commission 170 units of the same four.
So Richmond is the new
Raymond
one. Okay.
and Stanley Knight.
Okay.
So Greenwich Gardens 2 is coming, which is about 180. Then we have the one for Lagos, which is about 256. So we still have more land. So our target is to build 1,266 units. So in all, Agboyi-Ketu is the first local government, LCD in Nigeria, to do that.
Wow. So with the projects, the people in your locality, are they buoyant enough to afford what you're putting on ground?
When we started that project, there's a clear instruction with the developers. I want an affordable. There's nothing like low-cost housing.
Okay.
Anything like low-cost housing is about 5 million. You're talking about 5 million. How much is the average salary of civil servants? If you put out, how much is the annual salary? So anything above 5 million is not affordable.
Low cost, right?
Yeah, it's not. Anything below 5 million is low cost.
Low cost,
anything above 5 million is not.
You can put that as affordable. Okay.
Yes. So we said, okay, we worked everything out with the developers, and we said, can we do this for 16 million naira? And they said yes. They worked it out. And we started selling it from 16 million naira. So people, I can tell you, within a year, we sold 40% of those property for 16 million naira before they increased it to 18 million naira. So by the time they increased that 18 million naira, we sold about 80% of it.
Oh.
So before they started increasing it to 20 million naira and all that, cost of construction has gone up.
Material.
Things are going up every day, so they have to increase. You can't blame them, you understand? So it's the economy.
But do they increase in line with approval from you?
Because we have to discuss it.
Okay.
They have to come to us. They have to seek for it because it's their fund. Okay. There's a cost of fund. There's a lot that is associated with the construction. They have to get money from bank. Wherever they're getting money, there's always a cost of fund that is applicable to it. So this is what we have done with them. They come to us. We discuss it. We look at it. We don't want people to feel like, okay, why are you selling the property to us where we cannot afford it?
Right.
But at the end of the day, all this project has actually fetched us some fund, some income for the local government, and that's the reason why you can see us doing projects, announcing project on a monthly basis.
Okay.
We have every month, no month since last year October that we don't announce project every day because we are getting revenue from it. We're getting our own share of it. We're getting funds from it. So we're using all this money
and
to do projects.
It back into the community.
This is what we call thinking outside the box.
Yes.
No wonder people say that Mayor Dele Oshinowo is synonymous with infrastructure development. Your name, because I spoke to some people around that area. Yes, and they say that Mayor, when you hear Mayor,
you hear projects.
Well, I want to talk about this housing project now. How easy is it for people to get it? Can I just come into the local government and say, okay, I want to buy, or I must know somebody that knows somebody to get
you don't need to know anyone.
flat?
Is that how you come to the local government or you go to the site? You can walk in there and meet the marketing officer, the project manager. They will direct you to where to go. Immediately, when you show interest, when you're interested in it, they'll ask for your name, your details, they'll give you a letter of offer. So it's not left for you to go pay the deposit.
Very seamless.
And so you structure your payments.
The payment was actually, for us, you see, when some people came to us that, why can't you do mortgage? And I look at it, I said, okay, you want me to give you a mortgage, and you'll be paying roughly about 25% on it. And if you put it together, at the end of the day, they are paying more than 20 million naira. They are paying more than 16 million naira. Somebody won a mortgage of 16 million naira. I'm asking the person at the end of the 2 years to pay, or 3 years or 4 years, to pay about 50 million naira. So what we said to them, we said, listen, we're not going to offer you any mortgage, but we can do one thing for you. Pay 20% now and spread the money for the duration of the construction.
Oh, okay.
So some people pay for 2 years, some people pay for 24 months. I mean, 30 months. Okay. So if you're buying a house for 16 million and you're paying and you spread it for 24 months, if you divide it, you'll be paying less than 500,000
every month.
So that's actually help a lot of people in
acquiring
climbing the property ladder.
Okay. But they don't have to live in your local government.
No.
Okay, so it's open to anybody and everybody. Okay.
Okay. Earlier, when you were responding to Bukola's question, you did say that Agboyi-Ketu is a riverine area, yes. And I know that Agboyi-1 and Agboyi-2, and time it was when there was no bridge in a particular Agboyi community there. What have you done to assuage their suffering?
I just want to say thank you to Ashaj Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now there's a motorized bridge to Agboyi town now. So, and they didn't stop there. They've started constructing roads that links between 3, 2, and 1. So by the end of this year or early next year, the road will be commissioned. So everybody, you can easily drive in there. So that's actually...
Instead of using Keno?
Instead of using Keno.
Okay. Part of your agenda as the council chair or as the mayor, of course, top is infrastructural development. And when you talk about infrastructural development, I guess what Ajibola asked you could, go under infrastructural development. But what other things are you, Mr. Project, I hear you're called. And so what are some of those other things that you're doing at ensuring that Agboyi-Ketu is a livable community?
Okay.
Talking about infrastructural development.
So apart from road construction, rehabilitation, we've looked at the youth part of it, the sporting activities. We're doing a mini stadium across Agboyi-Ketu now. Okay. So we actually divided Agboyi-Ketu into 3. So the riverine area is having 150 seaters football mini stadium. Football pitch, whereby it actually cost us a lot. Because there's always this flash flood coming in seasonal. So when it comes, it rises up to 600, 600 feet. So what we have done is to do an embankment, and fill it up with about 350 trucks of 30 tons
of sand.
Fill it up, and so that they'll be able to enjoy it. And we're almost done with it now. Okay. So, and there's one at Thomas. That's one. There's one at Thomas. That's another 7-a-side football pitch that comes with recreational center. There's a gym there that has to do with health, fitness, about your fitness. There's a locker room. There's table tennis courts and all that. It's there. We're about to. All those will be commissioned very soon. And there will be another one. Will be situated at beside the Apostolic Church, Ketu, the Apostolic Expressway. So one is going to be situated there. So we are actually planning. It's all planned out in phases. So all the other projects they are reaching their final stage now. So in the next 2 months we'll be starting the 3rd one. Yeah, that will be in Ketu. So that's on that. That has covered the sporting activities for the youth and all that. Then we have ICT. Yeah, I'm telling you, we've created one of the best ICT hub in Lagos State. That will be commissioned soon. We actually partner with Microsoft and Google and some other software organization. So it will be free for them. The only thing, what they're going to pay for is just for the printing.
Okay. Printing of materials.
To use the internet is free, everything. And it's solar powered. Oh. It's solar powered, so we are also cutting costs. Right. At the it's a long time project. Investment. So we have to apply solar. We can't be fueling it with diesel. People will be there from morning till night. So we can't be using diesel. We can't be relying on IKEDC. But we are powering it with solar. With about 40 kVA solar panel and inverter that will be there. So this is what we have done. When we're doing our projects, we think about the sustainability of those projects. How are we going to sustain it after my own exit?
Right.
That's the most important thing. Yeah, somebody might, the person will be taking over for me in the next 1 year because I have 1 more year to go. People are asking me, do you want
Are you coming back?
Are you coming back for the third time? And I said no.
Okay.
You see, I have to do it. This is, people voted me in there, you know, to work, to support the people. And this is what we've been doing. We've been constructing road in and out. And we've moved from doing an asphalt road to a paving road.
Okay.
So this is what we're doing. And so between me and you, we've covered about 44.7 kilometers of road, you know, in terms of resurfacing, rehabilitation, and reconstruction. That's what we have done in Agboyi-Ketu so far.
All right, so let's talk about health now. They say a healthy, I don't want to say nation now, a healthy community
right.
is a wealthy community. What have you done in the area of health?
Yes, we've carried out a lot of programs. One is the free health insurance. We actually partner with Lagos State Health Management Agency.
Lashma.
Yes.
So we bought into our Eco, and to date we have actually given out free health insurance to 6,000 people. Yeah, and apart from that, we rehabilitated almost all our primary health care center, apart from one. And because the reason why we're not doing that is because we have the SDG one with about 80 beds, so there's no need for us spending, because we are going to be the one managing the SDG project. It's just a project that is situated in Agboyi town.
Okay.
So that project will be handed over to the local government.
Okay.
So we rather
So
spend
you
that
have to
money
run it.
on managing the staff, employing more doctors and all that, so that it will be effective, rather than us repairing, innovating another the existing primary health care center. So everybody is moving down there. So we have that there. At Mascara, we have the same thing. We have about 40 beds, primary health care center there. We actually partner with Optiva Partners Investments. So they are innovating the existing one to a maternity hospital, whereby the pregnant women can come there, have a free
access to
they can have
care.
access to it. So we've done all this, and we've done programs of like health screening for people. We've carried out eye screening, sensitization and advocacy. The recent cholera outbreak, we've invested in it, you know, going around, deworming people, helping people to make sure that they are healthy, you know, spending money on them, you know, giving them free medical health. Most of them will come to our primary health care center. We ask them not to pay, because we look at their condition and their age. We ask them not to pay. And most of them, when they come, we ask them if they have health insurance, If they said no, we ask them to register immediately. That's what we have done on that.
That's
Okay,
nice.
we're in the rainy season now, and Agboyi-Ketu is surrounded by water. There's going to be a lot of flooding this year.
Yes.
So what are those measures that you have put in place?
So since over 4 years now, what we have been doing is to desilt our canal, dredge our canal. It's a yearly thing for us, from May to August. If you go there now, there's a swamp boogie all around Agboyi-Ketu, desilting, clearing the canal. So if you look at the what happened about a couple of days ago,
Yes.
in Agboyi-Ketu, it's lesser.
It was minimal.
Okay.
Was minimal in Agboyi-Ketu, because we know it's coming. So we've actually prepared for it. We have a budget for it. So we don't need to wait for the state to come. The state government is doing its best. They are going everywhere to do it. But we have to join them. We have to, because if you love our people, we need to be proactive about whatever we're doing.
Okay.
So that's what we are doing for them.
I know you're also very particular about old people, and so you also have, you go into where they are and then try as much as possible to also impact on them. Can you also take us through some of the activities that you have for old people?
When I came on board, I came up with an initiative called We Lift. So We Lift means lifting people up from their shackles, from poverty and all that. So we started by empowering our traders. So what we do is to do like before we started with on the spot assessment, we go to the market, the street trader, we meet them, we ask them, what's the value of your market? What are you selling? You're selling tomato. I was like, how much is this tomato? What's the value of the tomato? They say, it's 15,000 naira, 20,000 naira. How do you survive with it? How do you say, do you have children? They say, yes. And I asked them, they said they will tell you they save 500 naira every day. Some will tell you they save 1,000 naira. And if you look at it, is between 15, the average is about 15,000 naira a month. So and I said, okay, if I give you another 50,000 naira, the next thing said, we'll pray for you, we'll do this, the market will go, we'll be able to save more money. So you can see, to me, 1 million might be too small for me.
Right.
But to some people, 50,000 is like a big deal for them.
Right.
You understand? So we started like that, and from there, we transit into partnering with banks.
Okay.
So that people can see that we are genuine about what we're doing. We are transparent about what we're doing.
It's not political.
It's not political. So we, through the CDAs, through the CDC, the Landlord Association, Artisan, different groups, we ask people to go into their community and let us know those people who are really in need of support.
The vulnerable.
You understand? So they get their names. So with their BVN and NIN, we send it to the bank. They open an account for them. So on the day of the program, all of them will get alert immediately, of 50,000 naira.
Wow.
So far we have empowered close to 5,000 people.
So do you monitor them, how they spend the money, if they actually spend the money on the right thing?
You see, when you get like 60% feedback in such cases, you know, you'll be happy.
Right.
Some people are using the money for their children. Their children, maybe by the time they're getting it, they want to pay school fees and all that. They will use it. It's solving
immediate challenge
for them. So a lot of people they've gotten a lot of feedback, and that's the reason why we're doing 1,000 of it by end of this month.
Okay. I'm happy that you mentioned.
Ajibola, sorry to hold. I need to hold your thoughts. Just keep your question. We need to take this report, and then when we return from this report, Ajibola will take his question.
Agboyi Island dates back as far as Mabatama. They are talking about 1804. Okay, Agboyi Island is such an area whereby it was so difficult for them to get potable water. People go as far as Ogudu-Orioke to go and fetch water into that community. All right. So at the advent of the chairman, executive chairman of Agboyi-Ketu, Mayor Dele Oshinowo, so we thought we could actually get something done. All right, and that was what necessitated us to sink that borehole you saw. That's an industrial borehole, 120 meter depth, all right, for us to get potable water for the good people of Agboyi Island. All right. Also on the island, we saw that mini stadium we are constructing. That's massive for us. Okay. So what problem did we identify? Did we just venture into building mini stadium? No. Many years ago, there is a place within our area, Agboyi-Ketu. It's called Apollo Sports Ground. Apollo is an area where you have a whole lot of youths coming together to play soccer. Some, table tennis, name all the sports, you know. So as soon as they come around here, you know, there is social relationship among our youth. However, that year came whereby the Apostolic Church Grammar School, or the Apostolic Church rather, needed to take over their space again. Okay, so nowhere around again for young people to gather and, you know, have their sporting competition. So the chairman and his team thought of it again. How do we bring back these days? It was from Apollo. You have the likes of Peter Ozaze Odenwegi. You have the likes of Etaye Taiwo. They all played in Apollo there, you know, before they actually came to limelight. All right, so the chairman thought of it. How do we then do it now? How do we grab? We must continue grooming our talent within the area. Okay, so he thought of, okay, fine, let's have a mini stadium. But this time around, we are going to decentralize the mini stadium. We are going to have one for them at the Agboyi Island, another for them at Ajegunle.
Many thanks for staying tuned. It's still the conversation here on this television. Of course, what you saw there is a corroboration of what the chairman said earlier on, talking about the project there at the mini stadium in Agboyi-Ketu. And of course, we still have Mayor Oshinowo here with us in the studio this morning. My community in focus, it is Agboyi-Ketu. Ajibola, you had a question just before we went on.
Okay, I was going to ask you that, okay, you have done so much in the area of infrastructure, caring for the elderly. What have you done to improve the quality of public primary schools in Agboyi-Ketu?
All right, there's a lot of investment towards that. We've built new schools, we've renovated schools, we've provided benches, we've provided educational materials. There's a summer training that we organize for them, and we have been supporting the teachers in needs. You know, when they have challenges, they come to us, they write to us, and we listen to them. And through the suburb, we've been doing the same thing. So we've been providing the necessary infrastructures for them. So if you go to Alakwe Primary School, Aroshegbe Primary School, Irepodo Primary School, if you look at that school, after you're constructing this, after the construction, you actually pave the compound so that it will be, you know, it will be dust free.
Okay.
It will be accessible easily for the children. We actually eradicate the mud, so there's no flooding there.
Right.
Water, you know, getting stuck in one place or the other. So there's nothing like that. So this is what we have done in terms of education, and we're about to support them with a fund of about 35 million naira. We're doing a bursary of 35 million naira to all the students in Agboyi-Ketu, not just the primary school,
okay,
the secondary school. And there's a lot of people on bursary, sponsorship. We're sponsoring some of those less privileged people in our community to all these primary schools. This is what we have been doing,
Okay, so
find them educational material and all that.
Okay, so I want us to take a look at waste management. I cover the environment bit, and I know that the Lagos State government, you know, has been calling on local council areas to support its drive in ensuring a clean environment, especially when it comes to effective waste management. Agboyi-Ketu has like 2 major markets I know of. So what have you done in that area to support the Lagos State government in the area of effective waste management?
Okay, 2 major markets, maybe you're describing...
Maltov is part of Agboyi-Ketu now. It's not. It's close. Oh, but it's very close to Agboyi-Ketu. Owode Oniri market.
Owode Oniri, yes.
Is in Agboyi-Ketu. I know that market was locked some times ago, like last year.
No, that's
because I went there and
that's Ajegunle.
It is still under Agboyi-Ketu.
Yeah, that's yes.
Yes.
So what we have done, there's a monthly mop-up, a weekly mop-up.
Okay.
Yeah, that we actually engage the PSP organization to mop up our community for us. So we go to the markets, we remove all their refuse. We go to the Owode Oniri parts. So this is what we do every month. So we have some fund allocated for that. So this is what we've been doing, mopping around our community. So if you're coming from the express, if you're coming from 3rd Mainland Bridge to Alakwe, you know there's a bridge, you have Kana.
Yes.
So recently, because they know that we've been mopping up, people they choose to start dumping
their refuse
there. So we don't have any choice to start mopping it. But we've arrested like couples, but we're still doing it. Our people, most of our challenges in terms of our environment is ourselves.
Right.
Because they know where most of them are not even, it's not the market, because the market, they cooperate. They will contribute money to, you know, dislodge their refuse and all that. But the residents,
residential areas,
they wait for the rain.
They wait for the rain, they dump it in the canals, in their drainages and all that. And this is really affecting the environment. So, like, there's a road that we're doing beside the council, and there's a road that we're doing there. So we need a discharge. There's a secondary canal that we need to discharge into. But I can tell you, people have actually contravened it. They built on it. So canal should go, is that canal go straight or crescent? But now they've diverted it to a zigzag. So I've reported that to the Ministry of Environment. I've spoken with AC Tokumbo about it. So they need to come there. They need to come there to demolish those houses. Without that, whatever we're doing will not last. Because the water will come back.
Will find its level back
into the road. And that means all our investment on our road will not be nothing to, it should be nothing to write home about.
Okay.
So that's what we have done. So we are employing, we're begging the Ministry of Environment to come to our aid, you know. So, you know, we need to be serious about our environment. You can see what is going on all around. Everybody blames the government. But our people, we need to start taking ownership of it. We need to start taking ownership of it. When you're deliberately dropping, you know, refuse into your drainage, it will come back, it will fight back.
Right. So there's no how a community will be without challenges, and I'm sure that there are a few titan challenges that you do have at the local government area. Are there some that you'd like to open our eyes to this morning?
Yes. As I said, we are trying our best. We are not there yet. We still need more support from the state government and the federal government to come into Agboyi-Ketu. You know, Agboyi-Ketu, as I said, Agboyi-Ketu is surrounded with water. So if we are going towards Ikorodu, there's this flooding issue, seasonal flooding issue, when they open up the dam and all that.
Yes.
So we need the federal government to come up with ecological fund, you know, to help us dredge the river. You know, they need to dredge it and they need to line it up so that the water will not be flowing back to the community on our roads and all that. So we need that. That we need more presence of the security agencies. You know, we have a lot of challenges towards that. And if you look at, we would have heard about it, my 12. There's always this issue of courtism and all that. So we're on top of it. We're getting results, but we need the 100%, you know, support from the security agencies to come into our aid, to support us. We are ready to provide logistics for them. So they are trying their best. We are in partnership already, but we still need more to station more of the vehicles there, the armor tanks and all that. So people, that will you know, lead to deterrent. All the urchins, the
good boys.
The good boys. We call them good boys, but we want them to change. That's the reason why we're using good boys.
The good boys for them.
So we want them to change. That's the reason why so when they have all those vehicles around, if they can station it there, then that means they will be able to stay away from committing crimes.
A quick update will be, Sarah Jibala, will be, I know the president is also trying as much as possible to fight for the autonomy of the local governments. Are you in support of this? Will this also help in, surmounting some of the challenges you've mentioned here? Yes,
I'm actually in support of it, but I can tell you 100% that in Lagos, we are financially autonomous. Okay. Yes, we have our money. That's the reason why we can do all those things that we're doing. Okay. We don't have, Lagos is free from it. Right. We are not, the governor doesn't touch our money. The governors, if you need any support from me, the governor will actually support us with fund. So it's not, Lagos is free from that. Right.
Okay, with all these
independent of, no, we don't need to seek permission before you
spend your money. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
With all these innovations that you have brought on board, in terms of IGR, what did you meet on ground, and what's the situation like now?
I can tell you this far like from 0 to 100%. So we have achieved a lot. We've actually gone to, I won't say 100% per se, you understand? We're still, you know, exploring more avenues. But I can tell you from like
10-15%,
we're about 50 to 55% now. And I know this because what I've created now, what our government have created, you know, in all these projects we've done, the housing and all that, we have some property that will be let out, will be rented. So from there, there's annual income from there for the council. We've created intentionally, we've created an avenue that you'll be able to generate more money back to the.
What about the attitude of your people towards the payment of their levies?
Yeah,
And rates.
we're still, it's challenging, but you know, when you want to get your money, they say you have not done our road, you have not done this, you have not done
But when
this.
they see what you have done, they
Yeah,
will
they are
definitely
doing
pay.
it. You see, everybody wants their road to be fixed,
Yes.
but you can't
They
fix
can't be
everything.
done at all. Oh, okay.
You see, if I have the money, I'm ready to fix all the roads in Agboyi-Ketu.
So you'll prioritize.
You understand? But we'll prioritize it. You know, we will look at the access road. We look at economic viable roads.
Okay.
Where okay, when you're coming to, you know, the face of Agboyi-Ketu. Whenever you want to come to Agboyi-Ketu, the road must be good. When it's not good, you look at what has happened to when you're going to the airport now. You know, before when you're coming from the airport, like, is this Lagos or Nigeria? But now, you
You're
can
happy
easily
coming to
you'll be
Lagos.
happy to come to Lagos. When you see that, you say, okay, from there, go to Third Mainland Bridge. You're going to London. And when you're coming to towards this side, you're coming to Alausa. But all those roads, go and look at it. They are perfect. Because your first impressions
It says a lot.
says a lot.
Okay. Now, one of the challenges that local government face is street trading.
Yeah.
I know that
It's a big one.
it's a very big issue for many local governments
Yes.
in Lagos.
Yes.
So how are you handling street trading in your
Yes, we're managing them. You see, as I said, when you go there and chase them and ask them to move to another place,
They will come back home.
they will come back. That's it. And when you go hard on them, people on the social media will not say it like that.
Yes.
That these people are suffering. Why are you there with
Why
their
are you taking
little
away their
trade?
little income?
You are not providing anything for them and all that. So it's a 50-50 for us. We'll take action, we'll sensitize them, we'll tell them not to do this. We'll try and move them to a corner, you know. But before you know, they're
They're
back.
back again.
So you'll
it's a
continue to use
50-50
the
We
carrots
use the carrot
and stick approach.
That's what we're using for.
All right, Mayor, before we let you go on the program today, would like to know what your growing up was like in Lagos. Where were you born in Lagos?
Yeah, I was born in Koshofe local government.
Okay, so not too far from. Not too far from.
Antony Village.
Oh, okay.
You know Antony
And,
Village?
okay, yes. All right.
Antony Village. Then I went to St. Agnes Primary School in Maryland, and I went to secondary school in Maryland.
All the complex, inside the complex.
So I went, then from there I went to the Polytechnic Ibadan.
Okay.
And thereafter I traveled to England to further my education.
Okay.
So I studied business. I started with business studies and MSc in risk management. Then I went to London School of Economics. So I studied real estate and financing.
Ah,
No
no,
wonder.
okay,
Now we know. Now, would you say that you going abroad to study has really helped you when it comes to
Exposure.
administration? Yes. Local government administration. Has it helped you in any way?
100%. My thinking is different.
Your approach.
My approach, everything I do, they know it's actually different. So
That's why you're a mayor.
before I started this, this housing thing, I know I can't do it on my own. So I set up a board called Property and Investment Board.
Okay.
With people who have the knowledge, seasoned administrator, somebody who knows about land administration, somebody who knows about real estate development. So the one on that board, and it helped us. I can tell you that most of our property are titled.
Okay.
All our properties are titled. It's not because we are government. You know, most of the government say this is a government property. No, it's titled. Okay. So because in any investment you want to do, you must have a backing,
Right.
which is the title. Yes. Without that title, you can't. Even as a government, when we approach physical planning, they will ask for our documents. They ask for our documents. So we started with all that. So I can tell you, our local government is one of the local governments also in Nigeria that have a property registry, land registry, like what they have in Lagos State. We have a database, we have all that. So even our, there's a data collection that is going on, which is getting so that we can annex all our revenue, and it will be geotag. The video will be geotag.
Okay.
So you can identify your property with your number. Just type the number on Google Map.
Google Map, and
it will
then
bring
it
your
will-
property with the picture. So that's what we're doing at the moment. So before middle of this year, we should be launching it.
Okay.
So,
Wow, that's
and
beautiful.
that will help us in generating more revenue.
I like
Mayor.
generating more revenue. That's the target.
That's just that make more money.
Mayor, while growing up in Anthony part of Lagos, as a guy then, what kind of pranks did you play? What kind of music did you enjoy?
Were you adventurous?
Sincerely, I'm adventurous, yeah, and I'm a tech guy. I love trying to build a movable car, you know, using cardboard,
Batteries and
plugging it together and all that. There's this program on NTA then, science, is about science, I've forgotten the name. So when I return back from school, that's the first thing, I'll just sit there. I'll be watching it 24/7. So at a very young age, at the age of around when I was in primary 5 and 6, I know the meaning of, I know what diode is, capacitor, all those things. I can connect it. I remember that at the age of, at primary 6, I took out my dad's car radio.
Yeah.
I built it, I started using it.
in your own.
Wow. I was able to, you know, there's a step down that converts DC
power
to AC.
from,
So I was able to do that when I was in primary 6.
But those were not pranks.
No, I'm just saying.
It was adventurous.
I was adventurous. In terms of pranks, I'm not. I'm not into that.
Wow. Hey.
You know that boy.
I know we said.
You were very obedient.
You just sneak out to attend leads.
Leads. Yes, he did not go for leads.
No. I'm telling you.
Okay, let's talk about music now.
What kind of
Music. What kind of music do you listen to? And you will sing for us before you go. Yes. Your favorite song you will sing.
I'm not. See, I'll be frank with you. I'm not. I listen to music. My dad played music, but I'm
You
not
didn't have a
into it.
favorite.
I don't have a favorite. You understand? I started listening to music when I met my wife.
You're joking.
I'm telling you. You know, driving for 1 hour when I was I met my wife in the UK. I'll be driving for 1 hour and I will not play any music.
And you were just
because I was just thinking about the
new
next
innovation.
thing, what I'm going to do. How am I going to do?
You were such a straightforward.
You understand?
Okay. No.
So when I met her, you know when I met
introduced you to
her,
music?
she noticed that I don't play music. She doesn't play music. So she started tuning. I'm telling you, that's
you.
So how did you socialize then?
No, see, I started socializing.
When you
see, when I was in Ibadan Poly, my friends, all of us would be together. I like my close space,
okay.
you understand? Me and my friend, I was the first person that got to Ibadan, so my friends joined me. So we took like a building, we rented out a building, all of us were there. We played with ourselves, we don't go out. We only play. We don't bring new people. So people come to us. That is me. People come to me.
You built a territory.
My own territory, yeah. So I don't like, and that is it. So when I met my wife, and she said, I noticed that you don't play music. I said, don't worry, I'll play it. I'm just thinking. So she started tuning. You know, she started tuning, and I'll be listening to Cool FM. Cool FM. We have Cool FM in the UK. So Cool FM, I started listening. I said, okay. This thing is sweet too.
Okay, that's sweet one.
I can't even. So I started from there, and I realized that I love dancing.
Unfortunately, there's
so later on, you understand?
I told you to dance
because
now.
my parents, my dad, especially my dad was a street. I said, but he's not straight again.
Yeah, I mean, you've grown now. Everybody, you've grown.
You understand? So, very street man.
No wonder.
When
now I understand.
you know the time that you must be home.
Right.
You understand? If you are not home, you are in soup. So
your wife really helped you.
I'm telling you.
We need to go. Time is fast spent. But if you look at your growing up, I mean, Koshofe, and you now overseeing administration in Agboyi-Ketu, what are some of those things that you wish you could reenact in your local government? No, this is tough.
A lot.
Just one. Mention just one.
A lot. You see, as I said earlier, if I have the opportunity, I want to make sure that everybody is comfortable in Agboyi-Ketu. I am telling you. You see, the more I do this, the more I support the... You see, we started the senior citizen care like less than a month. I just thought like there are a lot of people out there that are looking for support.
Right.
I started walking into their home with a bag of rice, 50,000 naira, or sometimes 30,000 naira, depending on the fund with me. I started moving in, and I said, like, okay, this is what I want to continue to do. When you go to them, you meet some on the bed. They don't even have money to go to the hospital. So I just want to support every home if it's possible for me.
You just want to see people comfortable. If it's possible for you.
Know, I want them to be comfortable. I want, whenever they come up with any challenges, I want to be part of it. I want to solve it. And that's what I want for myself.
Okay. I am getting a message, and I think my general manager is in that control room. I think I can hear her voice. Okay. And they're insisting that you must sing,
Yes,
Dance.
and dance before you go. So I don't know the song you want to sing.
You will sing and dance.
You will do, you know, a 30 seconds sing and dance, and if it's
Jibola can help you.
If I even sing about, I will clap. Don't worry. I will just.
Okay, what song do you want to sing, and then we can help you?
We can do the new
Which one?
Davido song. What's it called? The one with the police.
I don't know that one.
Which one is that? Please help us. Do you know what the song is talking about? Is it Ogechi? I mean, which one?
It's not Ogechi. Oh.
Soldier, something.
Okay. You don't even know. It's the one that you know a little.
We can do like this.
Okay. I think he has just given you, you know, the best action.
Just let him go, please. Let him go.
I think it's in Ghana.
No, it's part of it. It's part of it. We actually practiced that with my wife yesterday.
Okay, I think the mayor has redeemed himself on the program today. I think we can allow him go. But have you enjoyed yourself on this platform today?
I'm telling
would
you.
Would you want to come back?
Yes.
Oh,
I
you
would love to do that. Yeah.
Okay, so we have the words of Mayor Shinowa that, of course, if invited, he'll be back on this platform to take us through some of the things that he's doing to make Agboyi-Ketu livable and comfortable for his people. Indeed, we say thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you very much.
Let's take a quick break, and the conversation will be right back.
Yeah.